we're gonna do some basketball. NBA season finished yesterday or the day before. So whenever, before this whole streaming game started, I would always do a simulation just to see what I thought would happen. I think 2K is really good as a simulator, but I'm actually gonna play a few of these games. But let me actually switch my scene here. Hopefully it's not too jank, but that's what the schedule is. It's going to be Cleveland at Brooklyn and LA and Minnesota. I think this is one of the best new ideas that they've come up with the play-in tournament. It's very similar to the NFL. I love the stakes. It's so Brooklyn's the 7th seed, Cleveland is the 8th seed. Whoever wins there gets the 7th seed. Whoever loses has to go against the winner of the Hawks and Hornets, and then that's a winner take all. So there's a chance, even though Cleveland finished with the 8th best record, they may not make it into the playoffs. I don't know what that happens with lottery. I don't know if their lottery odds improve because they switch with the other person. I don't know how that works. But we're gonna play this right here. As you see on my left is a flip coin simulator. So if I hit heads, I have to play with the home team, which would be Brooklyn in the first game. So let us see what happens. Can you see it? Yeah, it's flipping. Tails. So I'm going to be playing as the Cavaliers. All right. Oh, that should be interesting. So let's go. And wow, the difference in how I light that saturation between the scenes is remarkable. So we're playing Cleveland. I haven't played in a while, so I don't think I'll be dominant. I have been dominant before, but I'm excited to do it. And we're going to do this today, and we're going to do it tomorrow. I leave for my trip on Thursday to Mexico. So today and tomorrow. Weirdly enough, 2K and Mario Maker are the two biggest draws on YouTube in terms of analytics and everything I've studied. So people like 2K.
I gotta move, I gotta go, I gotta prove, I gotta know, is it the truth? I gotta grow, I gotta grow, I gotta grow, I gotta win, I gotta see, gotta repeat, my odyssey, hands in the sky.
Oh, there's no play now because the season ended. Alright, so
I gotta leave, whoa. You can trap everyone else, but you ain't trapping me.
let's see if the NBA today works.
Be talking that they ain't
Oh, it
even
doesn't work.
seen.
Because the annoying part is that it doesn't give me. Let me see if I can get a roster. It says it updates daily. I don't believe it. All right, let's take a look. I'm gonna try to play the whole game, but I know each of these games is 45 minutes. But whatever, I'm gonna push through. Vert. Yeah, it looks up to date to me. I don't see Ben Simmons, so let it stay that way. Alright, let's do it. Whatever. If it does it, that's not on me. If I lose, then that doesn't count.
Hi everyone, we're
I don't have time
coming to you
for
live on 2K Sports, bringing you the
It's
NBA.
loud.
Kevin Harlan here with Greg
Out
Anthony.
of all the
and a pair of
games,
Hall
they
of Famers
blast
with
that
the
stuff.
scores
I guess it's because of the
for
music and the culture.
GA, it's all yours.
So,
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is a champion.
Clearly,
all right, great.
David, thank
Yes,
you.
we know this. Thank
And a
you.
look at the starters for the
I like the
Cavaliers.
Nets in this. The Cavs have been surprising, but the Nets have a lot of offensive power.
Then there's Mobley.
I see the Nets
And it's
winning
LeVert
this, not
in at the
easily,
shooting
but
guard
maybe by
position.
10 points.
And for the Nets,
So-
Durant is out there with Bruce Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Curry. And it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle. And we're at the beginning of a long NBA season.
I have not played in a while, so I should suck in the first quarter, and hopefully I get a rhythm by the second quarter.
And probably, Kevin, the commitment to the collective. You know, there's always going to be new faces. How do you integrate those personalities? Can you get everyone on the same page at the outset?
Defense!
Understand some nights, some guys may play, maybe not the next
Look at
night.
that.
Are you committed to the team? Well, just
The Nets have
the decision-making,
a terrible
smart pass
defensive
by Darius Garland.
team. I mean, I don't know if the numbers bear that. I'm just going by what I saw. But their offense is, whew, their offense is high-powered, to say the least. This guy, easiest money that they've ever tried. They gave him a max right away without even hesitation. And it's weird because he came out the same year RJ did, and I think that there's been some in circles that have said RJ is not worth the max contract, and I can't disagree. I mean, I know he's a representation, but you can't give him a max contract while you have Julius on. While you have Julius on the team. I think one of them should be making max money. They actually had the exact same numbers as each other.
To me,
So
that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone
Hi, Doris,
excited.
but
It's also
relax.
how you build great team chemistry.
Garland attacking the slam dunk.
I remember when the Knicks shut him and Colin Sexton down. It might have been their rookie year, or maybe it was last year. And they came after the game and were shooting, sweating, like while the Knicks were doing press interviews. And I'm like, these guys are going to win. You know, I like the Suns do that as well. The Suns will do like workout sessions right afterwards. And even beyond the fact whether or not it's, you know, whether it works or not, is irrelevant because it brings team unity together. You got Julius Randle on the Knicks not picking up his teammates, throwing the ball because he had a bad game despite the team winning. That's cancerous. Julius definitely has to go. Unless he had something where, like I heard there might, you know, I mean this is all speculation of course because he stopped following his wife. I think that's BS though. He might have just did it for the fact that he's tired of her getting, you know, vitriol from fans. But if he's having marital problems or if he's having some personal issues, that's different. But his toxicity this year has been absolutely awful. But he's not solely to blame. He had a great year when he had 20, 10, and 5. That's a great year. His numbers are off, but Tibbs is using him the wrong way.
And again, no good by
He's not a creator. He needs to be a finisher like Obi.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game.
Oh my God, I didn't miss
type
that.
of confidence is what
That
leads
sucked
teams
against the
to
pick and
having
roll. I've
success.
run like, I don't know how many pick and rolls with ease.
to the paint. Markkanen kicks to Mobley. Levert the pass to
Easy
Mobley.
money, look at that.
And Mobley
Pick and roll
throws it
kills them
down.
every single time.
Boy, that's thanks to
Mike
Karis
D'Antoni style,
Levert's
baby.
court vision, making the right plays in pick and roll action.
And the first time out.
I have a video on YouTube that got 500,000 views.
One thing Irving's
Not
been
gaming
doing
wise.
well,
I was
using his offhand
at a
in the
Mets
lane
game and there
to
was a
hit
fight.
floaters. And even
This must have been 06, maybe 05, a long time ago. The footage was
And I mean that with
antiquated. It was old. It looked like something out of the 40s. Got 500,000 views. That's my closest thing to going viral. I mean, one day maybe I'll get something. I'll say something stupid on this channel, and they'll like loop it. I mean, but who wants to be famous that way? Why would you want to be known for one thing? I want to be known for a lot of things, not one thing. Going viral is like a one-hit wonder, and you're fleeting. You know? Whatever. I digress.
Let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Fourth, Kyrie Irving.
he was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Seth Curry. I wanted Seth Curry on the Knicks 3 years ago.
He's going to take it.
I was trying to alley-oop it.
Garland against Irving. A drive by Garland.
Wow.
Dunk by Garland.
Making the
If
most
the Nets
of the
cannot get
screen.
stops,
That's how
it
it's
is
done.
not going to
And
work.
it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all
Nice
the way to
pass.
the bucket.
Where was
I love the play-in
defense?
tournament. I know LeBron was complaining about it.
Rotation, my goodness. Andre Drummond.
But LeBron likes to whine, so... And I think he's the greatest player of all time. So, I'm not a hater like most people.
Had a hand on it.
But he is a whiner. Two things can be true at the same
Garland
time.
against Irving. Probably the pass to Garland. A shot off that time.
That's what I don't like. It's like, okay, he was there, but I had a clear angle to the basket. So I think I don't think it's an issue with it going in and out, like the percentages. I think the animations are off.
Drummond with another miss.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
It's LeVert with the drive.
Easy
How
money.
about that authority from Mr. Karis LeVert?
I was doing
Go
pick and
ahead,
roll, pick and
sir.
roll, pick and roll, and the computer was waiting for a pick and roll, pick and pop. I wonder if the computer can see what I'm going to do. Before I started streaming, I don't know what it was. I never liked playing adventure games. Not that I didn't like it, it's just, it's a long slog. You're playing 20, 30, 40 hours. 2K was always great. I could jump in for 45 minutes and be done. I keep getting all these texts about this trip. People have been texting in groups and just like people acting like they've never traveled before. I don't know, a lot of people haven't traveled during COVID, but Mexico is like, they don't test for COVID. They're like, and this has been a long time. They're like, you know what? We need that shmoney, baby. Come in here. It's like the Florida. They're about that money. I don't think that my thing is, I think I have to make substitutions, which I don't mind because the computer stinks. It's like Thibodeau's controlling the substitutions. One of the worst subbers I've ever seen. And this is the playoffs, so my rotation is going to be tight.
Checked in for Andre Drummond. Griffin comes in for
but
Kevin
I love
Durant.
Mexico and
Mills
China.
is checked in for Curry, and it's
You know,
Dragic in
I've
for
never
Irving.
liked that.
Cleveland leading by 3.
That I don't want to call it racism or whatever, but just, you know, the whole trope about Jewish people being cheap. That's
Mobley
not
sets the
true.
pick for LeVert.
I work with
And there's
plenty
the
of Jewish
feed to
people
Mobley.
in my entire life. There are some that are cheap and some that are not. It's just how it is. I had a guy that I worked with once spent most of his money on coke. You know, he was flashy. He spent money, just like everybody else. I never understand why that generalization came from. That they're this or they're that. Who wants to give away money? Nobody. You know, I've never liked that one. That was one of the ones that annoyed me the most. Stop generalizing. But if you're going by countries, woo, Mexico and China, those are the two that are like, yeah, we'll do that. We want money.
Outside Garland, pocket 4.
Oh, what a move. Because China's like, they have broken their back not to offend Russia and not to offend the West. Because they're in a terrible position. They help Russia and they get their finances cut off. And mind you, China has trillions upon trillions of dollars in U.S. bonds. They have a lot of money. The Chinese civilization probably doesn't have to work. They built the railroads here, Chinese Americans. The Chinese are so important for developing the world and everything else. They don't get enough credit for that. But they're working hard because if the West cuts them off, because they're helping Russia, then they're screwed. But if they help Russia out, if they don't help Russia out, then their biggest communist, you know, co-partners or whatever you want to call it, are gone. That country, you know, will be done. So they are
making a switch here.
right dab in the middle, stuck. It's like the whole
6 points for him.
Jay-Z Cameron beef from back in the day. And Kanye was producing for both of them. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make this money. I don't care what's going on with y'all. Let's make this money. I give credit for people like that because, you know, when I have friends that go through breakups or whatever, I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna talk to either one of them. I'm gonna solve the issue that way.
7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And that's not the smart idea either, but balancing that line is the hardest thing to do, you know?
Coming from inside.
And, you know, Chinese are guilty of a lot of things,
Against Garland.
just like we all are. Every country, every city, every municipality, every person is guilty of something. China's lockdown in Shanghai. I mean, I don't know if the rumors are true, but people are claiming to be starving and all this other stuff because of the lockdown. And I'm like, we tried that in New York with the lockdown and everything else. I mean, at the end of the day, people, like, not everybody wants to feel the same way. If you don't feel safe outside, you need to stay home. But this idea of forcing people to go out or forcing people to stay in, I mean, we got to make our own choices. Hospitals in the beginning of the pandemic were in an untenable position because they didn't have the capacity to deal with everybody, so they needed help from the government, but that was in the beginning. Now things have kind of dissipated and slowed down.
All my layups or all my finishes, that's what I go back to. I mean, this is I'm in that situation.
That's fine. That all needs to get worked on, but I think in the beginning, what China's doing right now, I think time has passed to allow just a touch more freedom of movement. But we'll see how it goes, man. It's just, I don't know. It's tough all around. These are hard choices that have to be made. Who is that kid that was Moses Brown? Yeah, I remember him.
With the ball in his hands.
And his godfather, Rod Strickland, another New York point guard legend who was known for.
This is not on an easy level. I've been playing 2K since it came out.
From the soil.
2K came out what? 2001 NBA 2K? Maybe 2002? No, Iverson was on 2000. So I've been playing for, God, I'm so old. I've been playing 2K for 22 years without a year off.
It is great.
Like, as soon as 2K, I go with the best, and I have played live my entire life, NBA Live. And I was like, nah.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play.
Tight rotation, tight rotation. It's the playoffs, baby.
Garland is out there with Karis LeVert. Then there's Mobley. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Okoro in at the
I used to live actually right by Barclays. Not bad. Parking is terrible. Fort Greene, Clinton Hill. Parking is awful.
Here's Curry. It's hauled in by Brown. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
We'll get LeVert.
They lead by 6, their biggest margin. LeVert the pass to Love. And Love throws
Easy,
it down.
man. No defense.
That's an example of great timing in the pick and
And I think
roll
the
by
home
Kevin
teams are
Love.
going to have
Great
more
job
pressure
reading the
to
defense.
survive it. If Ben Simmons was on the Nets and playing and healthy,
LeVert against Curry. Pass to
I don't
Irving.
see any team other than Milwaukee beating them. I really don't.
And teams often try to slow down point guards with bigger defenders.
Give me that.
Greg, you locked up without
Look at the
that
computer.
How'd
The ball
you
is
do
going right to you.
A little athleticism, Kevin, and a lot of desire.
Come on, bro.
Kyrie Irving understands how to find an open teammate, puts it exactly where it needs to be.
Playoff Rondo. Will we see playoff Rondo?
And it's Rondo penetrating.
They don't do anything. They are not making
Rondo's
any
got the lead up
adjustments.
to 8 now for the Cavs.
I mean, I'm not blowing them out. If I was winning every game by 20 or 30, then I'd be like, okay, the difficulty needs to go up a bit. I don't want to have to actually run sets. That's the farthest I'll go in difficulty. Because then I got to make it my
No
life.
good. Shot missing.
I got to
And Cleveland the other way
practice.
now.
I got to learn how to run sets. I got to hit the jump shot meter perfectly.
Love outside. And he
Ooh.
can't extend the lead to double digits.
Almost green.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. After making the finals 4 straight years from 2015 to 2018, there have been some lean years lately for the Cavaliers. Over the last 3 seasons, they've only won a couple
That's not what I
of
wanted to
games
do. I wanted to pump
in a
fake.
single season,
Oops.
the title season of 2016. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff
I gotta finish
says, "The losing
Metroid,
is
man.
tough
It's just
on
taking
everybody,
forever.
But I look forward to the journey ahead."
I'm loving. If you guys have not seen, I would highly recommend the Horizon Zero Dawn series that I have going. Just an amazing game.
The kick out to Brown. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Okoro dishes to Brown. And the ball's
Why?
tied up.
Why would they pass it that way? I don't understand. That's a high-low pass. What is he? A shooting guard? I don't even know. What is he? He's 6'7". Yeah, we'll do Osman. I don't even know if he's the right player. We'll put Garland back in too. We'll put him off the ball so he can rest a little bit. Mobley's not yet. Marketing not yet.
Have a jump ball.
I've left the computer to do subs, and it's just absolutely awful. It really is like Thibodeau's controlling the subs.
And guys, don't think twice about attempting that shot again.
gotta
That
get
was
shorty
a
rough.
big-time rejection.
Here's Curry. Out left to the wing. Okoro passes to Rondo. And there's the drive.
Come
Great
on.
D that time from Irving. Nets trail by 8.
When have you ever heard that
Struggling here
statement?
on
Great D by
offense.
Irving.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. LeVert kicks to Love. That's good.
Hey, hit a jump
LeVert
shot.
with the assist.
There's a certain rhythm and
such a
pace
hard
to the
game
way
to hit
Kevin
jump shots
Love
in.
plays the game. He knows when to spot up off the pass.
This is such a fun
Deciding
game.
Where to go with it.
If you love basketball, it's a great game.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hand,
Wait, did they not make my subs? Oh, they did.
he reinvents it.
A different look now for Cleveland. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Okoro. And it's Garland in for Karis LeVert.
When you're doing a
And
playoff
the
rotation, you got to do
latest
at
break on
least
Seth Curry's game, creating for others with consistency.
And he's taking
You gotta
time
do
with
8
his
or 9
reads,
at the max.
letting the defense
So what
commit,
Tibbs does all
then
year,
making his moves.
you got to do.
All part of that maturation
You got to do in the
process.
playoffs.
And there's the call on Andre
No
Drummond.
adjustments by Tibbs. No
That is
adjustments
his first
ever.
foul of the game.
Only adjustment he made this year was with Jericho Sims,
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the
playing
second
him
quarter.
more.
Rondo with
And I
the
think they were
ball.
like, if you don't play him, we'll get
He's picked up
somebody
by
that
KD.
does.
Love kicks to Osman. Shot clock at 6. Rondo against KD.
Oh, it's such a hard shot.
KD, a very skilled defender, outstanding with his positioning.
Doc Rivers
and he's
went
got
off on a
incredible
reporter
length to contest shots.
Saying, let me say it slowly for all you morons out there. I mean, he didn't say that, but for all intents and purposes, he might as well said it.
Some serious hops.
And it's Rondo penetrating. And
What?
it's sent back by Drummond.
Tibbs also got sensitive, like,
Irving against Love.
bro,
Drummond
you're
sets
not
the screen
winning.
for Irving.
Like, the only one, you know who's not getting questions? You want to know who's not getting questions? Monty Williams.
Defensively, they're
His team is the best in the NBA.
Every time the ball.
Budenholzer is not getting questioned. You don't like getting questioned by the media and by fans, go do something else. It's like if you're a celebrity, you don't like paparazzi on top of you. You don't have to be a pop, you don't have to be a celebrity. Go be a librarian. Everything has his plus and minuses. You can get frustrated,
Outside Irving.
that's human. When paparazzi jumps in front of your car, I've had to deal with paparazzi. When I was, don't ask, I was security for a famous person who shall remain nameless at an event that I did.
Here's Osman.
Oh my God, their defense is crazy.
You can't teach size, is the old expression. And Andre Drummond making his presence felt defensively.
The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Wow, their defense has
And
gotten
here's
way
Brown.
better.
He'll bring it up for the
I do
Nets.
like that about 2K
It's a
this year.
3-point game.
The defense for the computer will adjust, and you have to
Thomas
adjust to their
deciding where to go
adjustment.
with it.
It's subtle. Like, I think they're
Left side,
I don't know if they're playing the
Irving
zone. I gotta double check to see what they're doing. They're doing something completely different.
steps back and fires. And that one hits back iron.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Over in the corner, Osman. Love with the screen on Thomas. There's the drive.
And credit
Oh,
the
God.
screen for giving him the space
Yeah,
he needed
Kevin
to
Love,
get to the rim.
the threat of Kevin Love shooting it kept his defender at bay.
Boy, that's
You guys
a
gotta
play
see
you
the
just
videos of
practice time and
Kyrie.
time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Durant, that's good.
The video of Kyrie when he's doing his balance drills, unbelievable.
Rondo passes to Love.
All right, let me put the starters back in. LeVert, Mobley, the Markkinen. Let's put him to start. You're not starting. Coro.
Irving with the steal. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. Looks for Thomas. Gets it to him. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They've led by as much as 10. Brown with the screen on Thomas. Inside. And finished off by Brown.
Darius Garland, I will give him credit,
Kind of stepping aside
has
and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason
really
she
improved
is
this year,
what
like-
it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops
you wanna
if
argue
you're
he's in the
unwilling
top
to put in the work.
3 or 5 in terms
Now,
of point
here's
guards.
Irving. He had 35 points last game out. To the inside, Drummond.
Wow, what a
Drummond
pass.
throws it down.
When Kyrie Irving comes off that pick and roll, he has so much attention on him due to his speed that it results in a lot of easy shots for the guys around him.
Love outside. No good from outside. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here.
You can't hit. You cannot take a contested shot in this game and make it.
We'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
I wish there was a better balance when it comes to jump shots and layups. I don't have to do the same thing over and over.
Welcome to halftime. Glad you could join us. It's been a clash of the Titans at the center spot so far. And this matchup has been every bit as good as advertised. Just take it from Shaq. I mean, he's the king of advertisements.
Stay tuned, folks. Don't change that dial.
But what about during the commercials?
Definitely not.
And now moving on to some analysis of that first half. Where the
It's going to be a sad day when Barkley
tight
retires,
battle.
man.
We have to love the
That show is nothing without Charles
the effort
Barkley.
They displayed, they're doing much more than giving the starters.
I mean,
a break.
he's a
We're seeing
once in a
real
lifetime.
intensity from
It's
him,
funny because
particularly on
he's
the
in the top
offensive
50 of all time. He's in the top 75 of all time as a player. As a
And that's a halftime
broadcaster,
wrap. Let's get back to the
you
second
gotta
half
put
with
him
the
right up
call
there
by
with the
Kevin
GOAT.
Harlan and the
Like, who's
crew.
better than what he does? He keeps it 100. He's like, he is the perfect example of the barbershop. Like sitting down and you have that one barber who just
We've
goes
got
off
second half action
and
for you,
says
if
shit
the
and
next
everybody's
couple
laughing.
quarters are similar to the first.
Yeah, he's one
This
of those.
one could go down to the last
It's gonna be a close game. Like, this game is close. It's gonna be a close game.
Sensational.
Yeah, and just
I
look
think
at
I
the
only played
numbers from
8
the
players.
first half. He has been very
Might have to play more.
efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Bruce Brown is out there with Durant. That's
Come on.
Curry.
Why is
Then
that
there's Irving.
a red?
And it's Drummond in at the center position. So that's the Nets 5.
So annoying.
Now Irving, after the missed 3 from Evan Mobley. Tries from 16. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Drummond should have
Goes up. You've
a
got
field
to
day
put a
against
body on Andre
Mobley
Drummond. This guy's
in terms of
so good
offensive
off the
rebounds.
offensive window.
Garland against Irving. Garland, no good. Brooklyn trailing. Durant dishes to
Oh
Irving.
no, somebody was defending me. An NBA player cannot make a tough shot.
Drummond in the post. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And here are the Cavaliers. And LeVert, here we go.
LeVert needs some revenge against the
Two-handed
Nets.
And that's
Trading
all about
him.
the quick first step of Karis LeVert. He gets to the
I'm
rack
surprised the
in no
Knicks did not
time.
make a move for LeVert. They're just weird. They don't really go after anybody. They're waiting for a white whale.
Good, and the assist
They're
goes
waiting for
Irving.
26-year-old LeBron to say yes to
Irving's
them.
got 6 assists now in the game.
Y'all need to keep building through the draft
Has to show a little
and build your own
fight
stars.
on the interior than they did on that trip.
Wow, their defense has really improved.
Play defense, send it back high.
They haven't been able to take the lead yet, but I'm sure it's a matter of
Just
time.
over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Bobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws
Yeah,
it
there it
down.
goes. That's their first lead.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Garland with
I'm
the
surprised he
bucket.
made a contested layup.
Garland's got 10 points.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And the great thing about Durant, he gives you a lot of everything.
Yeah, it goes way beyond being versatile. This guy is a great shooter, an elite historical scorer, rebounder, passer, shot blocker, one of the most.
And the computer never misses an open
history of
shot.
the game.
Garland, the slam dunk by Garland.
Why are you trying to dunk?
Aggressive.
That's not. Oh my god. All right, he needs a break. I need to rotate a little bit more. I don't want to leave both of them out.
Move to the bucket. Darius Garland, dangerous when he's in attack mode.
It's weird. 2K on Twitch, nobody watches. 2K on YouTube, everybody watches. And then it's the other way around. If I'm playing Metroid, or I'm playing an adventure game or something else like that, it's the other way around. Nobody watches on YouTube, everybody watches on Twitch. It's so weird. If But I'm learning a lot about these analytics and everything else. Pretty cool. It's all learning.
For Kevin Durant. Edwards, he's checked in for Bruce Brown.
Human behavior is like, why are you going to watch whatever it is that you want to watch?
Cleveland with a change here too. Rondo's checked in. Now here's Griffin.
Oh my God. Oh, nice.
So far, still no points in the game.
Griffin will not be playing
Rondo finds Markkanen.
tomorrow.
Now Levert. Edwards defending. Levert the pass to Markkanen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Son LaMarcus Aldridge.
I hope we get Mathurin in the draft. The Knicks.
And Markkanen drops them both. And Markkanen out of Finland, Greg, was one of the hot names in free agency this last summer.
And surprisingly, didn't get an extension before the season. Just hard to find 7-footers that can shoot like Markkanen.
Patty Mills may not get a lot of. I don't know. He might. I'm not sure.
Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Wow, I've dropped 8 frames out of
Kyrie Irving, of course, marches
171,000. Just 8.
At times that might rub people the wrong way, but Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part. Just the
Kyrie's
growth.
so
What I'm
pompous.
saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
And now Matisse Thybulle will not be able to play in Toronto because he only got 1 out of the 2 shots. People are, I mean, they're not thinkers. Not that they're not. They're dumb.
Just loved how this team
I mean, they're young, a lot of money. Nobody says no to them. Nobody challenges their viewpoints on things, except the media.
The drive by Rondo, and it's sent back by
Oh my
Aldridge.
God.
And look at how well
I got ahead of him.
his size, reaching out and just
Give me that.
putting away the shot.
Cavs are fighting though.
Passes to Mobley. It's Levert on the wing. Edwards defending. Oh, and
Here we go, baby.
powered it down.
That was an old basketball game. That was such a fun game. Give and go. Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky
Oh
defending.
man,
Yeah, and give him credit for taking it.
I think every basketball term has been used in a video game.
Swing things in your direction.
Here's Mills. The Cavaliers making the shot. Nice ball movement by
If
Brooklyn.
2K was ever allowed to do football and the NFL removed that exclusive tag and just let the best,
And they recover.
Madden would go broke. Because I will not buy a Madden game because it's just not a, they're not good.
Just manhandling the defender and then
So that's how the only way that they get the money that they do is they got to make it a monopoly. They're not
And
dumb.
it's Rondo penetrating. Levert in
I'm not
the
getting
corner.
blocked again.
At the elbow, it's Markkanen. That's good. That's Levert with the assist.
I'm gonna get more green a little bit
Levert's
too
got
early.
6 assists here tonight.
Rather early than late. I don't remember what I said last time. I think it's rather early than late.
You risk getting burned.
Shooting foul.
Okay, let's see. I don't like doing this, but I have to because if not, they're gonna give me some really terrible substitutions. Rondo can stay in as long. I don't really care. This is a deep team. I cannot believe they lost Colin Sexton and still made the 8th seed. Because all year they were top 14. They just, you know, lost their wind at the end. But you add Colin Sexton to this team, man.
And let's
This
get
team's
the
gonna
take
be good.
guys on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys. Just as much in this half as the first.
Now, the other thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint. Plenty of their points coming from close range.
Again.
Brooklyn's going with right now. Thomas comes in for Edwards, and it's Dragic in for Seth Curry.
Dragic is so crafty.
Here's Dragic,
They always say crafty for lefties.
and another shot, and Rondo sends
They never
it
say crafty for righties.
beyond the arc, and it's Osman missing.
I was trying to go later. Oh my God.
And one thing about Griffin,
The difference between early and late in this game is like 1/100th of a second.
where it needed to be.
Oh, that would have been a layup.
What it was,
Had I got that ball.
blades, conditioning, you name it. Because he knows how important it is to be able to elevate. And Griffin needs to be explosive.
Oh my God.
24/7 to make sure he is.
Thomas kicks to Dragic.
Where they want to make it close for the sake of making it close.
Sweet little floater.
Just 1 for 5 this quarter. You know he wants to help his team, but not sure if shooting is the way to do it.
Oops. Wasn't trying to do that.
Rondo against Dragic. Over in the corner, Osman. Takes it inside. Puts up a 3. That shot is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
I got to flick at the control. I cannot do it with the green.
Mills with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Mills can't hit.
Flick of the wrist.
Cleveland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still
Oh my God. Everything is going astray. Everything is going astray. All right, let's think about a Garland back in.
For Dragic, how he did last season. Averaged about 13 points per, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has
Garland may
delivered
not
for
sit
them.
down.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Mobley. Karis LeVert comes in for Okoro. And it's Garland in for
I remember Kevin Love was so frustrated. He was throwing the ball at people. Now that they're kind of winning, he's all positive and joyous. I know he said that he struggled with mental health. I want more players to talk about that. And not only that, but I want the NBA to say, hey, like, let's offer therapy to everybody. Like, you know, let's have an exception that every person has to take off a few days for meditation or something. Like, this is a tough business, you know?
I think that frame suggests able to finish through contact is KD.
Outside Garland takes a 3. And that shot was
That's very early.
but doesn't go in.
Very late or very early. I can't have an in-between.
Cavaliers lead by 1.
All right, who's coming onto the court? Come on.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Cleveland, Kevin Love out there with Lowry Markkanen. Then there's Garland. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Osman in at the 3 slot. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Garland attacking. A slam dunk by Garland.
Back and forth.
Oh, nice move by Darius Garland. What a quick first step. Go ahead, young sir.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 1. Durant sets a screen for Irving. Driving in. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Love can't hit.
He jumped and they wouldn't let me go by him.
From three-point territory. A nice shot by Irving.
All the tricks from the old days are gone.
Lead the guy to the open spot. That is
They don't want you making any shots.
Garland, the pass to Love. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Down kicks to Irving. Outside Curry.
Where's his headband?
And he lays it straight in. And it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Nets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, and I think something they've also worked
Gotta go
hard
to
at
Garland
tonight
every
is
single
crashing
time.
the boards. The second chance points have been coming in bunches.
Pass to Irving. A 3-ball. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a
Around.
bucket,
Oh!
and yet they have the advantage.
What in the...
KD passes to Irving. Here's Brown. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's the screen from deep. KD's shot is off. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. A drive by Garland. Pass to Osman.
The rotations are just robotic, to say the least.
Into the lane, and it's out of bounds.
Basketball's hard. What can we do? Give him a quick blow, pause.
The Nets will take it the other way. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for
Steve Kerr has never worn that in his life. Get out of here.
Some changes. Oh boy comes in for Markkanen, and it's a Coro in for Karis LeVert. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Brown outside to the middle. Nobody near Irving.
I don't ever get those shots.
Making the play.
Their rotations are always.
Lead by 4.
I might get one of those
Makes things look
once every 2 games.
This guy's so efficient beyond the arc.
A drive by Garland. Here's Mobley. The rebound by KD.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Curry.
And they hold me back. I'm running towards him, and he's doing this, like his hand up to make him go slower.
Driving inside. The slam dunk by
Damn,
Garland.
this BS sometimes.
How fast off the floor is
Do I sound
Darius Garland?
like I'm bitter?
Just showing
I'm very
you that
bitter.
Tremendous leaping ability.
Nets leading by 5.
We got a double header going, so
He kicks to
I don't
Aldridge.
remember what the next game is. I think it's the one of the Western New Orleans and somebody else. I don't remember what
Durant
else it is.
deciding where to go with it. And that one, good.
That's a KD shot. He's gonna make that shot. Put LeVert back in. I don't know. Not a fan of Markkanen. We'll leave it like this.
Pure poison kind of player. Very hard defensively.
I like the experience of love.
Karis LeVert's checked in for Jetty Osman.
The adjustments that they made have been really good.
With David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard J.B. Bickerstaff talking with his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And another miss by Cleveland.
I shot that right away. How was that late? I don't know. I don't know how I can shoot any faster.
Irving, a screen on LeVert. Brown with it. He's picked up by LeVert. And it's Irving missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Blocking foul.
They've been blocking me the whole game.
First team foul.
Garland against Irving. Three-pointer, LeVert. Oh, drew the foul.
Too early. That's
Almost hit the
such
free throw.
BS.
And he'll go to the line to shoot 3. Here's Durant. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just
Very
enough
early.
to keep him out of rhythm.
And then if I do it, try to do a rhythm shot, it's too late.
Bringing it up for Brooklyn. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
I mean, at the end of the day, the Nets have more firepower than the Cavs.
There, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
Love right side. And a miss there on the triple.
Enjoying
Brooklyn
them.
with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run.
Cleveland knows they're not winning a championship this year. It is impossible.
Garland against Irving.
The Nets feel like they can.
Here's Durant.
I mean, I don't think they
That's
will.
Irving picking up the assist.
Without a healthy Ben Simmons, they're not going to do
assist in the
anything.
game.
Now, Kevin Durant's silky smooth. He's got the skill set of a guard, but the size of a center, and it allows him to dominate the paint.
His first foul. Team second.
He misses the free throw.
For Cleveland. Darius Garland. Now on the
good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them to within 10.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
Irving passes to KD. And Curry has it in the corner. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got the lead up to 13.
Too many weapons. Too many weapons.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Nets.
This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier, and they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position.
I'm going diagonal this way. He's on the opposite end, and he was able to take a charge.
You have to admire the perseverance, never doubting one another, having that trust in your coaches, and I really like what we've seen here tonight. Boy, did they earn it.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Kyrie Irving.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Just 2 to shoot. The shot by KD. No good.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot.
Could not score in the second half.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Very
Once
late
again
now.
off the mark by Cleveland. Brown against LeVert. Here's Brown. And so it's Brooklyn.
It's hard because for them to make a game that is challenging, they have to like break certain rules of physics. Like a lot of the stuff that they do doesn't make sense. You could definitely do a pull-up 3 if you're open. You get more openings in an actual NBA game than you do here.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge.
But I do think this is going to be accurate. I think the Nets can and probably will blow out the Cavs. 20 points or so.
Satisfying home win.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again.
All right.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
We got one more game to go. It wasn't too bad. All right, let's check the box score real quick. Yeah, I mean, ooh, Curry got more than Irving. That might happen. Who knows? Drummond played well. Pretty good. I only had Garland. Mobley, yeah, that's... LeVert has to have a big game against his former team if they're going to want to win. This is as a point of fact. All right. So we're going to wrap up this specific video with the Nets and Cavs. We're going to go on and do the next video. If you're watching this on YouTube, they will probably be linked at some form. They're going to be uploaded at the same time. So let's say adios on this video.